This is Ice Cream Gecko, and in today's video we're going to take a look at the Gustavo Gusto Spinaci e Ricotta frozen pizza. This particular item was bought for €3.49 on sale at a local Netto supermarket, and yeah, we're going to take a very close look at this larger than usual frozen pizza that we've got right here. Gustavo Gusto, of course, being a newer company that makes these sort of premium big pizzas as frozen pizzas that have become very popular in the last couple of years. Pause if you want to read that, pause if you want to read, yeah, once again that, and there's not too much on here. Big in flavor and on the plate. Lovely, isn't it? Let's turn this thing around, and it's a bit difficult to get this in frame completely. Pause if you want to read anything over here, although I don't think that you can read things too properly if I hold it like that. Maybe it's a bit better this way around. Now let's adjust the light a little bit and take a close look at the nutrition table down there, the preparation instructions, and the ingredients list down here. 480 grams of net weight for this particular pizza, and it's vegetarian as well. Now for pizza, that's not really a big deal. Some people want to make a big deal out of it, but I don't know, vegetarian pizza is just regular pizza, right? I mean, it doesn't take much to make vegetarian pizza. It's not necessarily a trendy veggie product, because most pizzas are like vegetarian to begin with. A lot of the classics are vegetarian, at least. So, okay, here we've got the advertisement for the ice cream. I think we had this vanilla one and the raspberry one already. Maybe we want to try out the other ones as well. Leave me down in the comment section below a comment if you want to see any of that in the future. Let's measure this thing as well. So I've got a measuring stick right here, so I've got about 28 centimeters of, well, diameter here, and since they are not as perfectly round as some of the others, so this is like 28.4 centimeters, take those values and divide them by 2.54 to get that certain diameter in inches. Okay, so we've got a baby spinach right there. Oh, I haven't read you what is written on here. So we've got traditional stone oven pizza with a sliceable mozzarella, baby spinach, and ricotta. Yeah. So we've got the baby spinach pieces here. We've got some sliceable mozzarella all over the place. I would assume that this right here is the ricotta. I'm not quite sure about that. What I'd like to do with these pieces is also to rearrange some of that stuff here, because when they are in transit, you know, everything moves around a little bit. Something that's nice is that all of these toppings right here, especially that baby spinach, still looks quite good. Something that's a bit unfortunate is the distribution of that sauce. So just to make sure, I'm going to use parchment paper with this one. And I'll put this in the oven now. Yeah, I'll be back with you in just a second with a fully prepared frozen pizza that is then no longer frozen, I hope. Here we are with the fully prepared pizza. It was in the oven for now about 60 minutes. What I do is I turn the oven on to 230 degrees Celsius, and then I set a timer for about 14 minutes, leave it in there, no preheating, nothing. And after 14 minutes I turn off the oven, leave it in there for a couple more minutes, and then I'm usually good to go. This, in my opinion, saves a bit of energy, and it's not necessarily taking longer by just having this for twice the amount of time that the manufacturer wants you to have the pizza inside of the oven, because you still have to preheat the oven, right? So there's still some sort of waiting time involved in that. Overall, this method of pizza baking with the frozen pizzas is the one that I have perfected over the years with this particular oven, and the pizzas come out every time as I want them to be. So this is the state that I want my frozen pizza to be in when it is fully prepared. Let's take a quick look at that ricotta cream that we've got right here. That ricotta is, as it's stated on the box, a ricotta cream, 82% of ricotta, and then some cream, some pepper, some salt, I think it was. Yeah, overall, that's the ingredients list for this particular component of this pizza, signature component with that baby spinach. Scent-wise, it smells of pizza cheese. Yeah, it does smell a bit of ricotta, but Smells of tomato sauce as well, and some garlic. Flavor-wise, all on its own, it does taste surprisingly of lemon. Yeah, there's a bit of lemon juice. No, natural lemon aroma is what it says on the box. Tastes a bit of lemon, yeah. It really does. Tastes good though. So let's take a look at the which baby spinach piece that we're gonna take a look at. That half burnt one. Those are the best ones. Yeah, flavor-wise, it is quite alright. Taste of spinach. It still has that very distinct structure of the leaf itself. With the ricotta cheese together, it really reminds me of the filling, or the toppings in an Icaro sandwich from the Italian Autogrill. Really good, really good. Let's take a look at the mozzarella cheese. Just the cheese on its own. Looks alright. It's not that like fresh mozzarella. It's one of these drier ones at least. Makes it a lot more easy to work with, and the pizza isn't getting like as wet as if you were to use fresh mozzarella or frozen fresh mozzarella. Usually there's a lot of mozzarella juice involved, and this way you don't have to deal with that, and it doesn't soak through the entire pizza base. Texture is fine, yeah. Flavor is okay, not great. Not a fantastic mozzarella flavor, but it's alright. It's alright. It's not the signature component of this pizza anyway, right? Let's take a quick look at the tomato sauce. Smells of tomato sauce. Taste of tomato sauce. Yeah, tastes alright. Nothing to complain about. Now, let us finally slice off a piece of pizza. Slice off a slice of pizza. That's what I should say, right? Of the pie. Like, some people say pie, some people don't. For me, a pie is a pie and pizza is pizza, but depends on where you're from, I guess, and what the pizza's like. I guess different styles of pizzas can be called pie, like even by me, when you've got these like deep dish, I think, pizzas, or pan pizzas that are basically a pie with the filling without the top. Yeah. So we've got a very decent topping amount here, as you can see right there. Consistency of the pizza base is fine. The browning on the bottom is, for a frozen pizza, pretty much perfect, just as we have expected this from this particular company. They do a very good job with the actual pizza base when it comes to consistency and the browning stages that this thing goes through in the oven. So scent-wise, it definitely smells of spinach pizza, but with all that spinach on here and the tomato sauce, you don't really smell the ricotta cheese too much. No, it smells of spinach. It's very much yeah, like a spinach pizza smelling pizza, this pizza here. I love spinach pizza. Let's see what it tastes of. Flavor-wise, it is quite alright. The pizza base is neutral enough to be a proper pizza base. Doesn't take away too much of flavor from the toppings. Spinach tastes good. That ricotta cheese with that tomato sauce, all in conjunction, tastes really good indeed, I have to say. I think when we get to the outer parts, then we do taste a bit more of that tomato sauce. But let's go for another bite of that inner circle, I guess. Yeah, very decent consistency of that inner pizza base, I have to say, with that sauce on there. The ricotta cheese, that spinach topping, baby spinach topping that we've got here. Overall, very decent pizza so far. Yeah, the first slice is consumed completely. I've got to say that overall, yeah, it's a very decent first slice, I have to say. I don't have much to complain about. Dough is fine, the tomato sauce is fine. The ricotta cheese is fine, baby spinach is fine. The mozzarella is fine as well. Otherwise, yeah, flavor-wise, I would love that like regular, that fresh type of mozzarella cheese. Maybe a bit less on there, but more flavor. That would be nice. But overall, I've got to say, I'm pleased with this so far. And this could have been in the oven for another couple of minutes. That's something that this can definitely endure as well. The second slice has been fine as well. Something, and as far as I'm concerned, at this point in time, it's the only thing that really throws me off. Well, two things that kind of throw me off a little bit, maybe. The first thing would be the ricotta cheese. That lemon flavor that we've got in there, I don't know, it is not for me. It is something that you can do, certainly, when it comes to that flavor combination. It is interesting. I do not know why they've got lemon flavor, lemon aroma in here at all. I've never tasted lemon in any way on pizza. On ricotta sauce, just ricotta itself, no, lemon is not a flavor that I've ever tasted in conjunction with that. So I don't quite know why it's in here. It's alright though, so nothing too bad. Something I have to criticize a bit more though would be that because we've got a very decent amount of toppings here, especially with that spinach and that bit of ricotta sauce, with that mozzarella cheese that has been covering the entire thing quite a while, there is a bit of a barrier up here that pretty much keeps moisture in between itself and the pizza dough, the pizza base. Something that would have been maybe a bit nicer is if they had a few more like gaps here, so that more of that moisture could escape up to the top, because the inside of it is, yeah, it is a bit wet. Like, I don't want to say wet, no, it's moist, and it could be a bit drier. I love my pizza a bit drier maybe, but then again, that might just be, once again, personal preference. So those are the only things that I would complain about at this point in time. But then again, it's not really a huge complaint, is it? I think it's mostly just personal preference. At this point in time, I think I'm going to finish up this particular pizza, and I'll see you with the review sheet in just a second. Alright, the consumption process is complete and we're ready to rate this with the review sheet. First impression wise, 1 out of 1 point. I've got to say that the entire pizza looked good, both in the frozen state as well as in the baked state. I don't have anything to complain about it. Color wise, same story here, everything looked as it should. The mozzarella cheese is not as white as regular fresh mozzarella is, because it is not regular fresh mozzarella. It's that drier stuff that usually has a yellow tone to it, like we saw here today with this particular pizza. The spinach looked good though, the ricotta cheese looked good, the dough itself, the pizza crust looked good also, and so did the tomato sauce. Yeah, I don't have anything to complain about in the color department. Consistency and texture wise, I give 1.75 out of 2 available points, simply because the very center of that pizza has been maybe a bit too moist. If we did have less toppings, or at least less of a homogeneous coating of that pizza in the center, then maybe more of that moisture could have escaped, and we wouldn't have as much moisture in there, in this particular spot. Taste-wise, 4.5 out of 5 available points. Everything has been pretty much perfect. The only thing that's kind of weird is that lemon flavor, so that natural lemon aroma. It's a bit of a weird ingredient for a pizza that is seemed like this. Maybe somewhere it is served with lemons. I don't know. I've never had something like that before. It's not bad, but it's just not perfect. Otherwise, I think flavor-wise, it would have almost been perfect. Maybe a bit more mozzarella flavor would have been nice as well, but yeah, you have to decide. There would be too much moisture if you put that frozen fresh mozzarella on here, instead of the sliceable one that we had on this pizza for that particular reason. Theme realization-wise, 1 out of 1 available point, because overall I have been very pleased with this pizza. Flavor-wise, good. Looks-wise, good. Price, it was on sale for $3.49, so that's fine as well. Overall, I'm happy with this particular product, and I think I'm going to buy this certainly once again if it's on sale. Once again, when it is on sale. I'm sure it is going to be on sale at some point in the future. Now, I want to say something in the end of this video when it comes to the baking process of this particular item that we had today. If you follow the preparation instructions and they work for you, that's fine. But the reason why I personally don't let pizza thaw, frozen pizza thaw at all, and why I just throw it into the oven with convection turned on, 230 degrees, and 14 minutes of baking time. The thing why I do that is because sometimes when a pizza base is too thin and the ingredients atop are containing a bit too much moisture, it can happen that the entire base of that pizza soaks through entirely, and when you only have that baking grate inside the oven with those parallel metal bars, it can happen that in spots part of that pizza falls through that particular grate, and I don't know if it happened to me or if it was someone else using the same oven as me who this happened to. But I remember seeing it in person. I remember seeing it online as well, and with other people as well. It's always a bit of a mess, you know, because it really ruins your pizza eating experience, and you also have to clean up the oven after eating pizza. So yeah, two things that are not all too great, and this is something that can happen when your oven isn't getting hot enough. That can be the case, and the pizza is thawed at the same time previously to baking. So I just want to make it clear, because I know that there are going to be comments in the comment section that are going to tell me that I should just bake pizza as it is written on the box, and yeah, for some it works. For some ovens it really doesn't. So I would always advise using 230 degrees with frozen pizzas and parchment paper. Usually with convection on, you've got a decent amount of moisture left in your pizza, and it's not too dry either. So yeah, this is all I wanted to say about that particular baking process. Anyway, I don't think anyone watches the videos up until this point anyway. If you've got a question or a video suggestion, leave it in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more videos just like this one, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'm going to see you soon. Until then, bye bye.